Hello friends, my name is Ashok. I am from Ahmednagar. Our today's topic is what is the multi-threading in Java. So basically, we have discussed about the multi-threading in Java before we are going to the threads. So what is a threading? What is the threads are including in multi-threading process? First of all, thread is the smallest processing unit. So thread is the independence. Thread is the independent, so it is a separate execution of the paths. So that means it is a thread base. It is a thread. It's required to share the memory area. It doesn't allocate the any space to memory. Doesn't allocate the memory. Doesn't allocate the any extra space of memory. So it is a threads. So multi-threading, it means to execute the multiple threads simultaneously. It is called as a multi-threading. So multi-threading. So multitasking is achieving the multitasking is achieving to the by using multiprocessing and multi-threading. So multi-threading is based on the thread-based multi-threading, and multiprocessing it is based on the process-based multi-threading. So it's probably used to multi-threading because of multi-threading is probably based on the thread-based. That means VIO does not require any extra space of memory because of it shares the memory area. So if you exception occurs in the one threads, so in that time it does not affect on the any other threads of the execution because of threads are independence. That's why we have used the multi-threading is probably. So next is a multiprocessing. Multiprocessing, it means we have multiprocessing. We can achieve the multiple process at a single time. Is called as a multiprocessing. So multiprocessing, it's based on the process-based multiprocessing. That means it required the more space. It required the separate memory area because of it is heavyweight. Its cost of communication between cost of communication is high. That's why we will use the probably multi-threading. So multitasking. Multitasking, it is to achieve the multitasking by using multiprocessing and multi-threading. So it is a multitasking. We have executed the multiple tasks simultaneously. It's called as a multitasking. So multi-threading, it means what is the advantages of multi-threading? Suppose multi-threading is based on the thread base. That means we have does not allocate the any memory area, any separate memory area. So in that time, so its cost of communication between low as compared to process-based multi-threading. Process-based multi-threading. So it is a multi-processing. So it's processed. We are required to process from one to transfer the one file to another file. In that time required is more as compared to thread base. And because of process base require the separate memory area and separate memory area. That's why. So multi-threading is probably used to the animation and games. For example, suppose we have playing the games in car racing games. So in that car racing game, the various cars are enter in the race. So that means one car. Suppose one car is a third number, which car is the second number, which car is the 11 number. That means the various cars are available in that games. That means the starting. It means we have suppose we have executed our games by using the multiple cars. That's mean multiple threads. So it is a multi-threading. So multi-threading is a so there are various types of methods are available in multi-threading. First is a run method. Second is the start method to start the execution of the program, and then to run methods and to sleep method. Sleep method, it means suppose we have executed the two threads simultaneously. So in that time we have first of all we have execute the first threads, and then in these threads is, our second thread is a sleeping mode at suppose specific limit times like 1000 milliseconds. And after the completion of first thread execution, then start the second thread, uh, execution after the 1000 millisecond. So it is a sleep methods. So yield methods, suppose we have execute the first threads, and we are starting the execution of first thread, but waiting the second thread. In that time we have stopped our first thread execution, and to restart the first stop the first thread execution, and we have to the promote it to the second thread to start the execution. So it is a yield method. For example, we are going to the market, uh, we are going to the suppose demands, suppose we are sell the various products, and we are going to the counter section, but we have only two or three uh, two or three we have only sell the two or three items, and then second second man is waiting for second man is waiting for a counter. So in that man various items are sold in that demands. So in that time we have first we are promoted to the second man, and uh, after completion the second man after completion the second man process, and then we have going to the counter section. So we can achieve the in that times we can achieve the yield methods. So it is a yield method of multi-threading. Thank you so much.